Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers channel.
I hope everyone are doing really good, and in today's video we are going to see a complete use case. It should be like a real-time automation where we have multiple activities and we'll be using process parameters, queues and everything. So this is going to be a complete end-to-end use case where I'll be having different parts explaining each activity separately, like your initialization, you're creating queue items, adding it, processing it and sending an email. So everything will be included in this use case series. So let's get started, before which we'll understand what application we are going to interact with and what exactly we are going to do it now. This is a very good example to understand your selector and interacting with web application. It has some set of 10 fields like first name, last name, email, address and everything. And here also you have an option to download your Excel. So okay, let me download it and show you. So in this Excel you get all your data for the 10 fields. So you have to pick each row and fill each rows over here and click on this submit button. Okay, so click on submit now. So now it is getting changed. So every time I submit my form, it is getting changed. I mean the position of the fields is getting, so this is not something constant, it keeps on changing every time you submit it. So based on that we have to choose our selector. So I'm going to cover all these in this use case series video. So let's create an automation which is of unattended, because we are going to run this because we are going to create some process parameter and everything. So I'm just going with unattended automation. So let's say that end to end. Okay, and I'm going to save in this particular location. If required you can also give the description. Okay, and let's click on next. So here you have two options, like I have already explained about this template. So template, it has two templates, like your non-transactional and transactional template for your unattended process. So it's basically the one template which uses queue, the other will not use queue. And also you have an option to use your blank canvas. So this will give you just the blank template where you can build your automation according to your design. Okay, so if you choose template, you basically have this template like your initialization, process, transaction, how to use queue, how to launch your application. All you have to do is just add the logic on the respective places. So as I have already explained about this template, let me go with this blank canvas. So here make sure that all the plugins are using the latest version. So these are the essential plugins like Internet Explorer, Essential Toolkit, UAC Connector, Essential Connector. Click on create. Project is getting loaded. So now the project is loaded. Let's start creating our activities, folders and connectors. So to keep the complete organized, I'm just going to have some folder for my activities, connector, variables. Have created. So let's rename it. And inside this custom I'm going to add an activities. So let's add 4 different activities. So first activity would be initialization. You are aware of other RPA tools where you have these different activities or workflows which should be in the correct order, like you have to initialize all your application in this initialization, and then you get something called load transaction data where you will be loading your work item from queue. So for that I'm just going to rename, like let's say create work item, and third is my process work item. So here I'm going to process all my work item. So this is my end process where I'll be ending my process. But we will be creating more folders and more activities as well. Currently I have one process which is called test process. Okay, create a bot process, you at least need one dummy packages, whether it could be your actual packages or it could be a dummy package. The reason I'm telling it's a dummy, because I'm going to create some process parameter, and in order to create it I need to create my bot process, for which I just need one package. So I'm going to publish it. Here you have this option whether you have to publish your processes package or your template, and this is a new package, so I'm going to have the same name. Let's say that. Okay, let me publish it. Okay, package was published successfully. Now let's go to the packages. Let's refresh it. Okay, now you have this. Okay, if you open it, you will be seeing 1001 version. So yeah, 10001. As I mentioned, this is a dummy package and I do not have any activities here, so it did not do any code quality checks. Okay, so now let's go to the bot process, and here's your configuration. So let's click on this create configuration. Process type is taken unattended, and package, let's choose the package. So we have two packages and we are going to use this one. So currently only one version. Let me tell the date. Okay, I'm not going to change any other default value. Let's click on assign assets. Okay, so once you click on assign assets, automatically it will be landed to the actual bot process page. So here either you can create your business application, credential assets, robots, and everything. So these fields are essential when you want to run your automation from RPA Hub. Okay, so now I'm directly going to create some process parameter and queues. So let's say the process parameter. So I'm going to have a process parameter for this application URL. So let's pick it from the parameter. Let's say app URL, and here provide the value. Let's click on save. So if you refresh it, you'll be seeing one parameter. And for now I'm just having only one, so over the time we build the process, we can create more as required. And going to the queues, I'm going to have one queues, let's say RPA challenge queue. Okay, let me go to the queues and create, then we'll assign it. These fields I have explained in part 1 of queue video, so you can watch it. So I'm not going to do anything, I'm just making everything as default. Okay, it should be RPA. Let's save, and as soon as I save, here you will be able to see two different fields. Okay, work item and bot process config. So here, going to the bot process configuration, here you basically have to call your bot process to use this queue, which is RPA challenge. This is same as I'm trying to do over here. Okay, for example, if I let me go and refresh it. Okay, automatically I'll be able to see. If not, here you can click on new and choose the one you want, and then you can click on this save. So that will automatically assign your bot process to the respective queue. Okay, so now that we have created the queue, process parameter, and our process. Okay, this is done. Now let's go to my project and let's build the template we want. First, to have my main, and inside this main there should be something called initialization. Okay, let's add the annotation as well, the comment init all applications. So we will be using applications like Excel and Edge, so I'm going to use Edge. So if possible, we'll also try to send an email at the end of the report, for which I'm going to use Outlook. Okay, so I have my annotations, and then you have create work item. So this is to create your queue item, and then let's process it. To pick each work item and process it on the application, and we'll be ending the process. Nothing but either you can send the email or close all applications use. So now that I have created all my I have just created a sample template, inside which also I am planning to have more sub activities. So this is a template which we built today. So in the next video I'll be creating, maybe I'll try to cover initialization and create work item. So just stay tuned for that video. And meanwhile, if you guys like this, be sure you subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to like this particular video to reach more people. Thank you so much for watching this video.